Ah, guys, Ryan Biddulph here. I want to give you a little glimpse into my daily routine to become a blogging machine. Now, it's changed over time. I'm checking some of the slash marks on my hands that I received from, good golly, Miss Molly, the wild animal, our little friend. You've seen her in videos and such. Um, this has changed over time, but some of these techniques I've used to write and self-publish 125 ebooks. Right now I'm publishing a number of posts a day, not because I need to publish the posts, or even because, oh, I want to so badly publish a post. It's just fun, and that's what I base so much of what I do on, just having fun, enjoying the process of having fun. So what do I do? And that's the thing, you don't need to do any one of these things. Man, I should have put the crest in my hair. But ultimately, if you focus heavily on just trying to raise your vibe without doing anything to raise it from like a personal development perspective, there's so few enlightened beings out there. They're just sitting there meditating, observing. It helps to have a practical strategy, meditation. And I'll delve into some of the other things I do every day to raise my vibe. Because ultimately, guys, you're going to have the most fun and just rock it out and kill it and have the success that you are aligning yourself up, or you're intending to align yourself up to experience, when you know how to raise your vibe and when you keep it up there regularly. Most folks, they vibe down here, and that's why they fail, or that's why they choose a life that they're just not happy living. And that's something that's one of the great tragedies of life, not knowing how your energy, how your being creates it all. But these little practical tips to help you do sometimes maybe uncomfortable but very freeing and vibe raising things. And again, I wrote an ebook every day for 3 months in a row, every single day, using some of these techniques. They raised my vibe. I did some sick stuff, publishing a bunch of posts on my blog. Just the energy, the energetic dynamo, the guy you see every day on Blogging from Paradise. So, number one, really working with limited light today because it's another kind of, yeah, there we go. Number one, meditation. I meditate for 20 minutes in the morning now. I've meditated in the past for up to an hour, half hour. Right now, 20 minutes seems to be the sweet spot for me. Meditation just helps you become aware of what is. So you'll be able to see your mental blocks. You'll be able to see your wild excitement that maybe you want to, wild excitement I'm talking about, that you want to, look at that, rein in a little bit. Pretty cool, little flip in the back. And it helps you clear out a lot of your limiting beliefs and blocks. You can become aware of it. Like you can see, oh my God, I can't publish the second post today. And people are gonna, run away from me, and it feels fun to do it, and it feels invigorating and enlightening, and it just feels like it's intuitively the way to go. But I don't want to scare off readers. I don't want to give them too much content to read. You become aware of shit like that when you meditate regularly. You could hear the thought going on in your mind. You could feel the feeling of fear, and then what you learn to do is trust your intuition. You clear that out through meditation because you become aware of what's actually going on in your mind. You clear it out. You say, okay, screw that, fuck that. And then you create the video and you post twice a day because it feels inspired and it feels fun. And it's just meditation alerts you to everything, well, over time, but to what's going on in your mind. Eventually everything. Most of us, a fair number of things going on in your mind. Number two, I take an icy cold shower for an hour every morning and for an hour every evening. I turn it all the way over to cold and I jump in. Now before you consider doing this, to raise your vibe, and I'll put it through the roof, speak to your doctor, because if you have heart issues, or even if you don't have heart issues, it's a shocking experience at first, but I've become a lot more aware of, a lot more adjusted to it, even though it's very intense, because I've been doing it. I took a couple months off in Nicaragua because we were in a super hot place, and the shower was like warm, basically. Cool was ridiculous. It was like 110 there some days, or 105. But other than that, I've been doing this for 5, 6 months, 7 months, whatever, a long time, a number of months, at least a half a year, and every day. Now, recently, I've started the 2-a-days. But what this does is it raises your vibe to such levels that you couldn't have ever foreseen, because it keeps the energy circulating through your body. Everything is energy. You want to raise your energy, you got to increase the circulation. Exercise helps a ton. We exercise for an hour a day. That's another thing I do. Mark that down. Walking usually, but sometimes jogging, doing push-ups. Another thing we do is intermittent fasting, and again, you want to speak to your doctor, but we fast for 12 to 16 hours a day. Kelly and I both do that. Helps raise our energy. These are all things you don't need to do, but they help to raise your vibe, because most people need to be shaken, not stirred. And the thing is, well, they seem to shake themselves. The thing is with the cold showers, though, it helps you embrace highly uncomfortable situations and circumstances, i.e., who likes hopping into an ice cold shower every day and enjoys that feeling outright. Over time, you'll get adjusted, and it just helps the energy flow. It's one of the most inspired things that I do. It's intense and it's brutal, and again, you want to talk to a doctor when you first start doing it, but over time, you'll get used to it. And it will also help you become aware. As you raise your vibe, you'll be able to see those mental blocks and hear them and say, don't do this. Don't publish once a week. Don't publish 5 times a day. Don't do this. Don't do that. You're going to annoy people. You don't want people to look at you this way. And you'll see all these fears of criticism and failure and all that stuff arise. So this is the type of stuff you could do to help you clear out the mental blocks and to help you move into a state of being instead of a state of continual doing. And that's the irony of it. A little bit of doing could help you move into that being of where you're just becoming a blogging machine, churning out from a fun space because it's fun, the podcasts, the videos, writing the blog posts, writing the ebooks, putting out products, putting up your services page. It helps you blast through blocks because the higher you vibe in a controlled way, it's not a wild all over the place way, but the higher you vibe, the more fun you're going to have, the more you're going to detach from outcomes, the more you're going to be the person you were always meant to be. Not even so much from the destiny space, but just, we're all meant to be so much more than we think we are, or than we think our doings can take us. Tweet that one. And these practical strategies will help you just raise your vibe through the freaking roof. Guys, become a blogging machine. Follow these strategies. Of course, check with your doctors on the intermittent fasting thing we do. The exercise, too, and of course, the icy cold shower. The meditation, you can start that now. Amazing. By creating the mindset of a successful blogger on Amazon. Share it with all your friends. That's your call to action. And until next time, of course, buy a Blogging from Paradise ebook or 5 on Amazon. In addition to that, I know you did already. Hey, until next time, enjoy paradise.